This is the fifth in a series of video presentations by Master Horseman Pat Parelli, demonstrating a variety of natural horsemanship techniques to build a partnership with Wendelin, a 3-year-old feral mare found running with a feral herd in South Dallas, Texas. Parelli Foundation grants help address the growing needs of equine rescue organizations to find better ways to prepare rescued horses for successful adoptions. In this episode, Pat talks about the boomerang game and the importance of approaching a horse with the correct hand.
So this is the boomerang game. We go, and we want to come back. We want her to go. We want her to come back. There's a difference between stopping and quitting. So we want her to move. We want her to. Now this horse to me feels very, very left side brace, which means to me everything's been done on this side. She always sticks her nose over to the right. Every time she's being approached, she always does this. Okay? So again, I'm going to reward every little slightest try. The biggest mistake most people do, they try to reward a horse by patting them. And it took me 35 years to find out that neither horses or women like that. Right brain introvert horses do not like that. So you're punishing that horse. Okay? So, again, I'm going to walk away, put a little feel, a little lift, and I'm going to see how little it takes to get her to leave off there. Okay? Again, every time on the left side, so I'm going to do 2 lefts to every right, because every time she takes off to the left, she leans against that halter, almost pulls me off my feet, because that's what she knows, is to brace her neck to her shoulder, get strong, and get the heck out of here. But every time we get the boomerang look, I'm going to say, come on back. Well, that's what we want our horses to do, not just run away from us. Anybody can make a horse run away. Oh, hi, are you sitting there almost smelling my elbow? Did you guys see that? It was almost smelling my elbow. If we humans are supposed to be the leaders and we don't know what all the little bitty benchmarks are, we're going to miss them. And most people today that are horse trainers that show horses have no idea. They've never worked with horses like this, or colt starting, or there. See that little connection there? Walk away and see if she'll. There. See how that connection happened without me pulling on the rope? All those little things. And she's kind of going, oh, look at that guy. He looks kind of cute. He's old. He looks kind of cute in his cowboy suit. Okay? You see, I'm doing lots of retreat here. Lots and lots and lots of retreat. Little approach. Let's walk backwards and do this. You ready? Let's extend our body and walk backwards and touch that long arm of mine. You see how that's happening? As soon as I pushed for a little too much, but you see how I kept walking and I slid that rope through my hand? Because I'm not a primate. I've knocked all the primate behavior out of myself. The only time I would ever grip and grapple is to save my life. And that don't have to happen very often anymore. So now, the 2 most sensitive places on the horse is the appetite and where the apples come out, okay? So what we've got to be able to do is we've got to be able to play with those places, okay? And so she gets more confident. And we can do that quite easily as long as we retreat. Okay? Keep sliding that rope, retreating. Now I'm going to try to get inside of her mouth with that stick. So that I'm not trying to desensitize her. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get her to be to know that, number one, I've got an idea here. Okay? There is nothing on her mind right now. She knows I'm trying to get inside of her mouth. Okay? Atta girl. So I got a little response. I don't have to sit there and float at the back of her teeth and see how far down her stomach is. I just had to get a little try there. Just open your little mouth there a little bit. And I'll tell you how I learned this is when Dr. R.M. Miller, back when he was in his 50s or 40s, he came and I watched me train some horses. I even trained a couple of horses and mules for him. And he said, Pat, that's called habituation, what you're doing there. That's called progressive desensitization right there. That over there is called operant training. And I'm like, what? I was doing it, but I had no idea. But there was a scientific term for what I was doing, all right? So when I approach a horse on the right side, I use my left hand. I don't use my right hand. Why? Because if I approached you with my right hand and put it over to your other side, you'd think, no, I'm friendly. But if I take my right hand and go like this to you, you think I'm going to slap you. So when I go here, coming down this side, this is the handshake side. Watch how that rope accidentally gets over my elbow here, and I come down this side. I don't walk in here with this threatening hand. I walk in here. Raise your hand if you just learned something. 99.9% of all horse trainers don't even know that. Why? Because they're mostly right-handed, so they're going to do everything right-handed. So, again, what we need to do is gain confidence. We need to be able to have a horse. Again, the easiest way I know to do it is use long body logic, not pedestrian logic. Pedestrians are tall, horses are long, so everything I try to do is with retreat and approach and with a long body perspective. Can we see that she's getting more confident, getting more relaxed? Pretty soon the dopamine's going to kick in and she's going to go, man, that's the best tequila I ever had right there, okay? And pretty soon she's going to give me the credit for it. Yeah, see that? I know. I heard her.
In the next episode, Pat will discuss the 7 keys to success and what to do when your horse freezes. Here's a list of the remaining topics in this series.